I did not know that you're coming offline also because it was supposed to be online, but कोई बात नहीं. हाँ, go live. हो चुका? Am I audible to all of you online? Online students, am I audible? Just say yes, no, something. Abhinash, okay, yes. Archana, yes. Zubair, okay. ये क्यों नहीं दिख रहा यार? Okay, Vishwa Pratap Sethi. I can see more joinees. Kundan, okay. Gopi, Chandu, okay. ठीक है, as long as you can hear me, that's fine. Welcome all of you. For those uninitiated, offline में भी कुछ बच्चे बैठे हुए हैं, sitting in the offline also. So all of you welcome. My name is Shabbir. Hi Rashmita Nayak. Hello. Good afternoon. I just telling the students here. ये वो time है. 4 o'clock is neither afternoon nor evening. It's that cusp time. So whatever suits you. All we know is India में it's hot weather. So happy hot weather to all of you. क्या चल रहा है temperature in your city? यहाँ कितना टेम्परेचर चल रहा है? 42, 43, 38, almost 41. Ansari, you have got such a long ID, 20 GGB 43 345. Long time attending my session. Okay, fine. Okay, what's the temperature at your place from wherever you are attending? 39. This summer, India becomes completely secular. All places are equally hot. Okay. Weather 40. I was in part of Western Odisha yesterday. It was 43 there. A bit of traveling I was doing for some sessions. It's cold weather Himachal. नीरज पूरे कंट्री का आह लग जाएगा. किसी को बताना मत कि ठंड है. The rest 1.3 9 or 399 billion population will start praying for you. Okay, Nisha. Hello, hi. 40 from Bihar. 42 from Bhubaneswar. Okay, ठीक है. Neeraj, 19. Oh, you are, okay, the exalted log. आओगे दिल्ली, आओगे कहाँ जाओगे बच्चे? दिल्ली आओगे, we will have you there. Okay, Aligarh. Okay, ठीक है. Fine, let's get started. So, I think the conditions are just right to discuss a very hot topic. And the theme of today's discussion is, okay, optionals. And I'm focused on discussing geography as an optional. Okay, we'll discuss this. Anybody has any questions for clarification? Mubashir, hello, hi. From Jammu, that's nice. Okay. Any questions you want me to clarify before I start off? Archana says 39 from UP. Zubair, you are 20. Book list. Oh, that's too early for a book list right now, Archana. Anything else you have in mind? Anything else you have in mind? Chalo, keep your questions on. आप लोग भी keep your questions on. Have you been given one QR code? मिला है आप लोगों को? नहीं. Okay. ठीक है. We'll start off. Wait. Let me get this off your vision so that not अब दिखाई दे रहा है entire thing. Okay. So here we go. So the discussion I said today is about how do we choose optionals, and I will specifically talk about geography as an optional. Whatever queries you have, whatever questions you have, we'll try to answer those questions one by one. Okay, right, I'll do that. Vishwasarup, Aman, I'll do that. Mubashir, Neeraj, and all of you, please feel free to ask me whatever doubts you have. Achha, now, I think we all appreciate the point कि ऑप्शनल मैटर्स. Okay, आपके जो टोटल मार्क्स होते हैं जीएस के एंड इंक्लूडिंग द मार्क्स ऑफ योर एसएस पेपर, okay, optional is 500 marks. So let's not tell ourselves कि GS is the only way out. It's not possible like that. Optional will matter, and lot of toppers become toppers because of optional. In fact, in most cases what happens is GS is the leveling subject. If you look at the marks of toppers who qualify, there's not a very big difference between the marks of the GS. GS में 10-15 of the people who qualify, remember this. Forget about people not qualified and forget the people who are again not giving the attempt seriously. उनको छोड़ दीजिए आप. If you look at the toppers, if you look at the first 200 ranks, 300 ranks में, you'll not have too much of difference in GS. Main difference कहाँ आता है? One difference is the essays paper. Okay, I'm considering essays separate as GS for now. Essays में फर्क आ जाता है. People who get good ranks can score as much as 140, 145, 150 also, and less ranks can get even lesser. This is one differentiator. The second differentiator happens with optionals also. And third, of course, the mother of all differentiator is interview. अगर आपका इंटरव्यू अगर 130, 140 से कम आ गया, then you have no chance in the proper rank. Very, very rare cases में you have done extraordinarily well in your optional or in GS, interview will not matter much. But those days are gone now. Okay, so I'm emphasizing this point that optional as subject matters. Now what happens is, if you look at what is the trend, how are options chosen? हम choose कैसे करते हैं optional को? What are the criteria? Now for that, you all have your phones, right? All your phones. Online also has phones. All of you have your phone. So I'm sharing one QR code with you just to know what you are thinking. Can you all scan and answer these questions, please? The 6-7 very basic questions, but I want to have an idea on this. Yes, we have shared the link on your online. Share the code, scan the code and answer the questions, please. It will not take you more than 2-3 minutes. I request all of you to scan this QR code. पैक करना
नहीं इसमें ही रहने दीजिए, रिजल्ट्स दिखाने में.
वो ले लो, दे दो. इससे बाहर आओ, इससे बाहर आओ.
फॉर्म लिंक शेयर करवा दिया.
हाँ, कर दो. Yes. The forms are on your screen. We have shared the link also with all of you. Abhi just one of you has submitted. Yeah. You can either scan the QR code on your screen or we have given a link to you. Answer on the link. Just a basic set of 5-6 questions to know कि आप लोग सोचते कैसे हैं. How do you think? Yeah? All done? Online, can you tell me you are done? I'll move on then. Done. Abhinash, Archana का हो गया. Who else? Mubashir is done. Okay. All give me the confirmation. Kundan. Okay. Offline, all of you done? Sachin, Suharsh, okay, Zubair. So, see, you must always be aware of one important thing. The kind of role you're going to perform, the kind of responsibility will be on you. You have to be a thinking person, not a mechanical कि सर ये बुक बोल दिया पढ़ लिया और क्वालिफाई कर गया, ऐसा नहीं होने वाला. You have to be a thinking person, an evaluating person, a person who has a sane, okay, I say ability to evaluate balance of things. You have to be a person who looks into logical reasons. Don't just listen to what I am saying, because अगर आप देखेंगे ecosystems में, there are a lot of people who can convince you otherwise. Okay, there are a lot of discourses which can always influence you. But हम बात कर रहे हैं of an administrator. I'm talking about a person who will take decisions, a person who will make the policies of India, a person who will have the responsibility of upholding the glorious tradition of our nation, a person who will be under a lot of pressure, family pressure, politicians का pressure होगा, social compulsions होंगे, अपने कुछ personal desires होंगे. This kind of a person has to be very, very meticulous in what he is doing and why he is doing. When I am asking a survey to all of you, इसका यही reason है कि have you really thought of the process or not? कि what subjects get you marks, what type of subjects you would like to study, what type of subjects are recommended to you, and then you take a call. There are some matrices on this. अगर आप चलते फिरते जाएंगे आप, imagine if you come to a geography teacher like me, you ask me, sir, which subject? मैं geography बोलूंगा, right? You go to another institute where philosophy teacher है, you ask him, what will he tell you? Philosophy. You go to a student who is giving attempts year after year and not qualifying the marks, and his option happens to PSIR. तो क्या बोलेगा? Yeah, PSIR is the bad optional. You go to a person who has given 4 attempts, but geography mark नहीं आ रहे, क्या बोलेगा? Geography is a bad subject. But go to a topper, rank 10 में आया है, probably with Kannada literature, वो क्या बोलेगा? Kannada was the best one. So understand this, every person recommends or suggests based on his own experience. There is no one formula per se, but we have to decode that. When people choose subject, क्या basis है? When they plan, उसके क्या basis है? And we last 2-3 years में, me and my partner, together we run the center, we conducted a series of surveys to find out who are the people who qualify and who are the people who don't qualify. जो qualify करते हैं, जो ranks लेके आते हैं, get service, what type of people are they? What type of thinking they have? And trust me, we found an enormous variation in the people who qualify and the people who don't qualify. जो qualify करने वाले बच्चे होते हैं ना, the mind works very differently. What they choose, how they plan, how they prioritize, what is their thinking, their logic is so different. Then I have started to wonder, the people who don't qualify probably somewhere deserve not to qualify. So be aware of this fact. You cannot be thinking like the person you generally meet. एक क्लास, मेरे अपने क्लास में एवरेज क्लास 10, 200, 250, 300 बच्चों की क्लासेस होती हैं. In that class, who actually matter are 6, 7, 10, 15 of them. That's all. So the way the examination designed, the purpose such that they will separate the non-serious ones. They will separate the people who don't have the ability. They'll remove the people who lack some logical reasoning skills. And the system favors the people who have some other type of skills. और ये स्किल शायद टेस्ट हो जाता है आपका 2-3 जगह इनिशियली ही. What is the basis of your option selection? What's the basis of what type of study pattern you follow? How are you measuring your progress of study? How are you maintaining your notes? Most of us are not as aware of that, but it matters. So that's why I'm saying for the next whatever time we have, 45 minutes or 1 hour, जो भी हमारे पास time है, we'll talk like a thinking person who is not closed, open to ideas, and will take a choice here. ठीक है? So online, I believe all of you have done this. Now look at the results. Let's see what the results tell us. Okay, so we have 25 responses for now. अब देखो, have you decided optionals? 22 have said yes. Okay, so आपका optional decided है. Okay, just 3 of them they say maybe. What do you think is the most important criteria for choosing optional? Okay, red one, interest is for 22 of them. Okay, have you seen GS syllabus? 25 में से, okay, 9 have said no. It's a very big number. Okay, आप लोग बताओ, how many of you, raise your hand of French students, किसने, how many of you have done a good study of GS syllabus? Any one of you? 1. Anybody else? 2. Online, I'm believing the rest are not studied. And don't you think बहुत important step है ये वाला? आप जब कोई एग्जाम के साइकिल में घुस रहे हो, and I'll suggest even if before you come and talk to a teacher, ये पहला स्टेप होना चाहिए था आपका कि let us do a thorough study of the syllabus. क्या syllabus है, what type of questions are asked, and in a small sample size, there are about 70 of you there, 25 have done the work. उसी में पता चल रहा है almost, okay, more than half or almost 50%, either they have done maybe or they have not studied syllabus. Okay, look at this. Which subject has the best overlap with GS? Wow, if this is already decided, then I have to say nothing more. 22 of them have said geography. Fine. But आपने कैसे कहा geography? Okay, when आपने GS का syllabus study ही नहीं किया है. I hope you got the logic here. If 13 of you say कि आपने GS study किया है, okay, and the rest may be a no, then how can 22 of you say geography has the best overlap? कहीं कुछ तो पानी मिलाया जा रहा है यहां पर. Something is amiss here. Okay, fine, no problem. Then question was, what was this question? Question number 5, I think कुछ print mistake है. Anyways, how many qualified toppers have you talked to? Okay, 23 of them have said 1 to 2. Don't you think ये बहुत important point है ये वाला? To know the mind of the person who qualifies. What was his basis? Okay, what was his thinking? I think it should have been much more. Okay, and if I look at what influenced your option selection, thorough study of syllabus, say 14. Something is not right here. I think you have studied maybe the geography syllabus, but not studied the GS syllabus. Maybe that's what this means. Okay, any other में I do not know what is the criteria here. Anybody else? Often बताओ, any other में क्या था? What were you thinking? What influenced option selection? One question was syllabus study. Second was from friends you have heard. Third was institute and teacher. And 9 of you have said any other. Any other में क्या था आपका? Interest के basis पे. Okay, fine. Okay. Online ones, interest में how many of you? Any other में क्या था? Online students. So I can see 9 of them saying any other. What was in any other? Anyways, ठीक है. You studied, done. Am I audible to all of you? Online. Background. Okay, background could be one. ठीक है. So you are probably from that subject, you have chosen that. Fine. Interest. Okay. Inam, Zafar. Okay. Interest. Rehan says background. Who else? I just have 3 answers for any other. यहाँ पर 9 है responses. Interest. Okay. Ghasiram Saini. Interest. Okay. पर सबने क्यों रिस्पॉन्ड नहीं किया है? यू आर 50-55 लोग दिख रहे हो आप लोग मुझे, बस सिर्फ 25. बैकग्राउंड जुबैर. ओके, ठीक है. ऑफ कोर्स द नेक्स्ट इज फाइन. सो सी व्हाई आई एम डूइंग दिस टू यू इज these are, I think, some of the credible basis of What happened? Just a minute. Yes. Okay. So now, this was, I think, the beginning of what I always mean by some kind of study decision making. 4-5 criteria आपके मन में होना चाहिए. Okay. And many of you have said syllabus was an important consideration. I'll come back on this and discuss later on. ठीक है? Let's move on. Yeah, ठीक हो गया. Now, I believe these are the general reasons why people choose. One is ease of study. The second is resource availability, and all of them are valid. Okay. Third is what support systems we have in terms of books मिलता है या नहीं मिलता है, teachers हैं या नहीं है, notes है या नहीं है, interest and comfort level is there, overlap with GS, which I thought you should have considered, and of course somewhere the course का cost क्या है. When you join a course, what are the costs? Because it might vary. So I think these are the fundamental 5-6 points that you have in mind. Okay. However, if you ask me, of these, if you ask me one, which is the most important one is, I think it should have been, okay, overlap between 4 and 5. Okay. 4 and 5 and maybe more towards 5 than 4. ये interest जो है ना, it is a misnomer thing. Most of us have interest on the basis of some very shallow reading. आपने एक आध चैप्टर पढ़ा होगा, maybe आपने कुछ सुना होगा, or you have done some classes for 1 week or 10 days. How can you know interest on that basis? और interest इसलिए भी होता है because all the syllabus is maybe A to Z. You have read A, L, maybe P, maybe W, and luckily maybe those are the ones which were taught well to you and you have an interest. बहुत सारे areas ऐसे हैं जो आपने पढ़ा नहीं है, which probably is more tiring, which is more demanding. आपने देखा ही नहीं है. It's like, many of us want to become IAS. Why? Because you have seen some snippets what an IAS can do. You have not seen what kind of challenge he faces. You have not seen what kind of grind he faces. तो आपने एक पार्ट देखा हुआ है, उससे बन गया इंटरेस्ट. So I'm not dismissing interest, but interest makes more sense once you know the proper width and length of a subject. Okay. In fact, अगर आपने पूरा अगर properly syllabus study कर दिया है and then you say I have interest, that is the best. Because then you exactly know what you're getting into. Then you exactly know what type of demand subject will make on you. और फिर कह रहे हो कि नहीं मुझे बहुत इंटरेस्ट है उस काम में. And interest not based on the chapters, interest based on your subject का philosophy क्या है. See, a subject called anthropology. Anthropology's main study will be about society, evolution, races, tribes. But anthropology has a philosophy. Because if you study sociology, उसमें भी ये discussions होंगे. Even sociology has tribes, poverty, people, even racial aspects. And it also will have a different philosophy. If you study geography में भी हम पढ़ते हैं races, society, tribes. But geography has a different philosophy. So when you enter a subject, one very important factor should be to know the subject's philosophy क्या है. What is the wisdom behind why that subject becomes a unique one compared to another subject? ऐसा क्या है that sociology is अलग from anthropology? ऐसा क्या है anthropology is different probably from some other subject? What is it? Economy geography में भी है, economy वैसे भी है. क्या difference हो जाता है? So if your interest is based on 3-4 things, number one, you have the entire width of the syllabus knowledge. आपको बैठ के कायदे से proper sincerely बैठ के without any biases take the syllabus and sit down and study syllabus कि क्या क्या words हैं, what words are familiar, what terms you have heard about, what are those concepts you have known probably, आपने क्या स्कूल में पढ़ा है, आपने क्या कॉलेज में पढ़ा है. Syllabus जानो आप, number one. Number two, आइडेंटिफाई कि सब्जेक्ट का फिलॉसफी विजडम क्या है, बिकॉज द इंटरेस्ट विल कम फ्रॉम दैट विजडम. Like say, I am studying mathematics. If I am told mathematics is only about numbers, I mean, come on, I am totally frustrated. But mathematics has a wisdom to it. How things behave, you are putting numbers, you are playing with numbers. There are patterns in mathematics, there are patterns in numbers. Okay, there are ways, okay, and processes that mathematics controls. Think of integration, differentiation, ये कुछ processes हैं. Think about equations. If that interests you, then I know mathematics is my subject. So what happens to many of us is, we jump into a subject without knowing the subject's philosophy kya hai. What is it trying to teach us and why? Okay, so know your syllabus. And number 2, I said, please identify the familiarity plus the subject's wisdom. Then come to interest. Achha. In my opinion, this is the most misleading one. Ease of study. All of you, एक चीज तो कहीं गांठ बांध लो आप. You can write it on bold letters. Nobody qualifies if you are looking at ease of study. ये लाइन वैसा है ही नहीं. Your subject A is easy and B is difficult. Impossible है. The subjects are so well meticulously designed. The syllabus is so well designed. The kind of work laid out in front of you, everybody who qualifies is grinding himself. Everybody. हाँ, ये हो सकता है. It's possible that I must study subject A, B, C, D, and E. Okay. C, D, and E are part of GS. B is part of SA. A is maybe optional. In some cases, this requires more effort. And because you have done more effort here, this becomes less effort. Or this requires, okay, less effort because less here, यहां पर आपका effort बढ़ जाएगा. Okay. And this requires another skill altogether. If you look at the total amount of effort required, it's almost same. Anybody who qualifies, I can challenge this to all of you. To say that, sir, मेरा यहां आसान हो जाएगा, okay, you will impact yourself somewhere else. So ease of preparation, I think, should be not in your list at all. And examination is among the toughest of the country. Examination demands the best brains of the country. You also know कि ambitions हैं 12-15 लाख बच्चों के, qualify करते हैं 100, 200, 300 IAS, less than 1,000 enter the list. How can it be easy? The ease of study is not at all a criteria. In fact, this morning I was discussing with some student. I made a statement there. I said that if you want to do anything of significance in life, it cannot be with convenience. अगर आपको लाइफ में कुछ significant करना है, something very important, something that stands out, something that is remarkable, you can't achieve it looking at convenience of work. कि आराम से हो जाए, शॉर्टकट में हो जाए, ज्यादा एफर्ट के बिना हो जाए, कुछ जुगाड़ लगा के हो जाएगा, वो नहीं होने वाला. Maybe जुगाड़ convenience can only take you this much, that's all. But you have to reach somewhere here. Okay, जुगाड़ can take you till here, और यहां से उतनी जल्दी गिरोगे भी आप. To rise up, you have to have lot of different type of skills and the ability to endure. So I am emphasizing this point to all of you here. Ease of study is almost not a point to be considered. इसको हटा दीजिए आप. Okay, resources availability आज के डेट में I don't think ये चैलेंज है. इंटरनेट है, इंस्टीट्यूट्स हैं, कॉलेजेस हैं, टीचर्स हैं, नोट्स, I mean, you name an area, it's on the internet. And every subject has some support or other. इसको भी आपको हटा देना चाहिए. और रिसोर्स अगर है, सपोर्ट मिल जाएगा आपको. In some cases, maybe support are easily available, but in most cases, support is there. So I would want to remove 1, 2, and 3 from list completely. And course cost, आई डोंट थिंक शुड बी कंसिडरेशन. तो आपका यही दो में फंसता है. इंटरेस्ट क्या है एंड कंफर्ट एक्चुअली द मिसनोमर, एंड सेकंड इज ओवरलैप विद जीएस. आई होप यू गॉट द लॉजिक हियर. ओके, नाउ yes, absolutely. मैंने कहा इंटरेस्ट का शुड नॉट बी सुपरफिशियल इंटरेस्ट. इट्स लाइक मुझे देख के मूवी बड़ा मजा आता है. आई हैव इंटरेस्ट इन एक्टिंग. एक्टिंग जब घुसेंगे एक्टिंग में ना, इट्स ए होल डिफरेंट वर्ल्ड ऑल टुगेदर. एंड एक्टिंग एक होता है हॉबी करना और एक होता है एक्टिंग फॉर कैरियर. फॉर कैरियर इट्स कट थ्रोट. यू कांट सर्वाइव फॉर वन डे इफ यू डोंट हैव दैट टाइप ऑफ एटीट्यूड. सो इंटरेस्ट जो है ना, इट्स ऑलवेज अ मिसनोमर. And for many of us, we do not know our interest because we have not explored much. आप अपनी लाइफ देखो ना. Most of you did your class 10th and then in a rat race enter 12th, and a rat race enter some engineering or medical or some entrance. Rat race many of you are in the UPSC syllabus also. इसमें इंटरेस्ट क्या आएगा? इसमें इंटरेस्ट आप डेवलप करोगे ना धीरे धीरे. So interest, have an open mind, know the entire subject syllabus, know the philosophy of the subject, you dwell into difficult areas also, and then tell me whether you have interest or not. So बैठे बैठे तो I have interest in going to moon also. बैठे बैठे I have interest in traveling also. Oh, I can romanticize cooking, and my interest is cooking. Actual करने बैठोगे is different game altogether. So let us remove interest and get more objective with what is the amount to be studied and how. Okay, fine. Let's move on from here now. Now, in fact, you could do this with me and then go back home and recheck what I'm saying. The first step I'm taking up is, yes, absolutely. देखो, many of you would have decided already, I know. बहुत लोगों ने geography भी कर लिया होगा decide, that also I know. But I want to give it some kind of a solid logical base. होता क्या है, what happens is, sir, I've taken political science. ठीक है? I have joined a class. And in the class you discover, अरे यार, this was not my subject. या फिर good subject, all fine. Then I went to a friend who told me, yeah, why you take political science? These days, philosophy is scoring very high. Then you are confused, come in. Then you're confused. अरे यार, गलती तो नहीं कर दिया मैंने. So what I want is, कि once you make a choice, your choice has to be established logically, and with conviction कि कोई भी हिलाना चाहे ना, आप हिलोगे नहीं. Because unfortunately, the people you will meet are those who have not qualified. Many of them will never qualify. Most people in the market are non-serious ones. पढ़ाई भी नहीं करते हैं. आपको ओपिनियन बन जाता है on the basis of all hearsay. नुक्कड़ में बैठ के गप्पे लड़ा रहे हैं, कि चाय पीने बैठे हैं तो कुछ बात कर रहे हैं, and you will get influenced. In a group of 10-15 people, if 10 of them are telling UPSC is a third class line, no use, it is randomness, it is all luck, कि आपको भी डाउट होना शुरू हो जाएगा. So when you take a step as big as this, and I think UPSC का जो choice है ना, it's a very big decision, because आप इसमें 2-3 साल डालने वाले. अगर आप एक अटेम्प्ट भी बोलते हो, it's equal to 2 years. तो 2 साल अपने लाइफ का, वो भी प्राइम लाइफ. यू आर यंग यूथ, फुल ऑफ एनर्जी, फुल ऑफ विजन, फुल ऑफ ईगरनेस टू डू थिंग्स. अगर आप 2-3 साल डाल रहे हो, तो बेटर मेक अ गुड थॉट आफ्टर चॉइस. आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि चॉइस परफेक्ट होगा, इतना तो तसल्ली है ना कि आई वॉज टेकिंग अ चॉइस बेस्ड ऑन माई लॉजिकल थिंकिंग, नॉट अ रैंडम चॉइस. ठीक है? सो इवन इफ यू हैव डिसाइडेड, let me give that solid ground for all of you. ठीक है? So let us study GS syllabus in short. I will not do much on this. This becomes the basis of your analysis back in the room again. ठीक है? So GS में these are the 7 core areas, I call them. Okay? History, art and culture, geography, polity, governance, international relations, economy and development, environment, disaster management and ethics is 7 core areas according to me. And why I have kept art and culture alag is because this in the recent years, this has become one of the deciding factors for the prelims. 3-4 सवाल ऐसे आते हैं which can trap you, and even in your mains paper इसमें सवाल होते हैं. And this is not the traditional history we have done. This is a bit more different. That's why I put it separately. And why I say development is because the syllabus ऐसा है economy का, it is not economics. It's not the laws and principles of economics. It's about economy and development. Development GDP, development employment, development infrastructure, development energy, development economic stability, okay, development in terms of balanced development, rural development, agriculture issues, तो development आता है. Then environment and disaster management, ये बहुत बड़ा area है. In fact, this subject is approximately 20 से ज़्यादा questions in the prelims. 3 areas have the bulk of the questions prelims में. Environment से आते हैं questions, about 20 you can say. Then you have got about 12-15 questions from polity, again 12-15 questions from economy. It's a huge area. It's almost making up 50% of your prelims questions. So I'm keeping this separate topic, environment, disaster management, and ethics, of course, a paper. Now talking from the perspective of geography. Geography has a clear overlap with these subjects. Geography तो है ही, environment, disaster management, only geography will teach you. Of course, I'm not saying what we do in geography will be enough. आप कुछ add करना पड़ेगा. But a lot of concepts are there in geography. In fact, to ensure that your GS also becomes comfortable, in optional I take some extra sessions. जैसे अभी our regular class in geography is 12 से 2 बजे होती है, 2-2:30 बजे होती है. But beyond that, we have some extra sessions. Right now it's going on. At 3 o'clock, we have a session on wildlife and wildlife management. उससे सवाल ऑप्शन में नहीं आती हैं, but you have questions from that in the GS. We'll do what we can ताकि this becomes strong. And this is entirely geography, disaster management. Landslides, heat waves, cyclones, floods, droughts, you talk about earthquakes, ये पूरा geography से related है. And development. I mean, in fact, I tell students that if it was not for geography, I could have probably chosen in economy. Because economy ka, you have got a very good overlap with geography. Okay, geography, agriculture. Paper 2 का syllabus देखेंगे आप ना. It includes agriculture, it includes industries, it includes infrastructure, it includes trade and transport. It also includes topic like environmental issues around development. So I don't think, and one of you said that, some of us told this, no other subject has this type of overlap. There is a constant talk in the market. Sir, geography का syllabus जो है वो बड़ा है. Okay, let me explain this to you. अब देखो, how we define geography. We define geography as a subject that studies Earth in relationship to whatever man does. Earth में we have forest, Earth has water, Earth has land, Earth has atmosphere, okay, Earth has wildlife, Earth has minerals. Whatever Earth has and Earth's relationship with man. Earth has land, man cultivates, and we have agriculture. Earth has land, man makes settlements, and we have geography. Okay. Earth has forests, man cuts down the forests. That's deforestation, part of geography. Earth has minerals, man makes industries, and that becomes industrial geography. Man has environment, has atmosphere, man pollutes, becomes a part of geography. तो जहां पर man environment का relationship आ गया ना, you have geography. Which means geography includes anything on the earth. अब add कुछ भी add, tell me any term you want to tell me. Geography is Antarctica, geography is Arctic, geography is oceans, geography is forests, geography is also conflicts. One aspect of man on earth is the way we fight. Our racial conflicts, our political conflicts, our trade conflicts. ये भी आ जाता है geography के part में. The moment you add man to earth, it becomes geography. So it is a wisdom, the philosophy of geography. The geography studies man-environment relationship, man-earth relationship. And my argument always is, that if geography doesn't teach you, आपको अपने आप वैसे भी पढ़ना होगा. You have to study conflicts. Geography पढ़ो ना, आपको कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. You have to study settlements, urbanization. You must study agriculture. Sir, I've taken philosophy. उसमें agriculture नहीं है, industries नहीं, infrastructure नहीं. Fine. वहां मत पढ़ो. जी से पढ़ाई करोगे आप ना? I said, I go back to that equation. The net effort is going to be the same. Either you do it under one subject or do it under GS. So yes, I agree on this. If other subjects takes 4.5 months, geography will take about 5.5 to 6 months. Geography will take about 1 month, 1.5 months more than most subjects. That's one. The second very important aspect is, अब ऐसा नहीं है कि ज्योग्राफी में सभी तरह ही बताते हैं. At Edukemy, when I am teaching, I have a compulsion कि मैंने फाउंडेशन कोर्स आपका 6 महीने में ही कराना है. And then I tell you कि फाउंडेशन कोर्स will not be enough. You have to come back to me for 3 more months, what I call as advanced course. If you go elsewhere, I know what they say. Most of them will not tell you 6 months, they'll say 4 months of geography. And they will not even talk about advanced course. So if you come to me, geography is, sir, 6 months ka foundation, 3 or 4 months ka advanced course. Or this looks like 9-month course, very long course. But you go elsewhere, the same thing they say is 4 months. My belief here is the length of the subject depends on 3 things. One is how well you understand the subject. Number 2 is the teacher willing to teach. Number 3, the student willing to learn. अगर आप मुझे पूछोगे नहीं तो मैं पढ़ाऊंगा नहीं. What I would have taught for 2 days, I can finish in 5 minutes. आज एक एक्स्ट्रा क्लास है, wildlife and wildlife management. Okay, I do not know if others are teaching it or not, but I will take 3 hours on this. And for 3 hours, I have told my students, I will not teach you in the regular class. I'll teach you in an extra class. Why? Because I'm preserving the regular timing for something else. तो आपको देखने में लगेगा कि ज्यादा हो गया ये वाला, but I think वो इंपॉर्टेंट है. ज्योग्राफी में नहीं तो जीएस में इंपॉर्टेंट है. And lot of philosophical aspects of geography demand an understanding. आपके सिलेबस में एक छोटा सा वर्ड है, water resources. ठीक है, look how I will deal with it. Water resources of the world, water resources of India, the distribution of water in the world, the groundwater of India, the rivers and the glaciers, water resources in agriculture, water resources in industries, water and power generation, water and pollution, water and drinking water, water and rural development, water as human rights, water and problems of pandemics, water and urbanization issues, water and trade transport. We have got communication, right? तो ये अगर मैंने इतना खोला नहीं ना, मैं तो पढ़ा देना आपको आधे घंटे का फिनिश. वाटर रिसोर्सेज, इतना पानी है, ये यूज कर रहे हैं, वी आर ओवर. एंड वी नीड अ वाटर पॉलिसी. सो हाउ मच अ सब्जेक्ट इज डिपेंड्स ऑन हु टीचेस एंड हु इज लर्निंग. सो अगर आप क्यूरियस हो और आप पूछोगे तो हम बताएंगे. If I want to teach, I'll engage more, otherwise we'll let it go. But my ground rule in this is, see, I'm not saying that I'm the guy who does this. Okay, I'm sure the others who do this. But what you should know is what to demand from a teacher. उसके लिए आपको जानना होगा syllabus और आपको जानना होगा question paper. There's one innovation that we have done. I can't tell all of this right now, but I'll give an idea to you. And please check whether I'm right or wrong on this. ठीक है? My understanding of your questions asked, और questions बता रहे हैं, हम GS का भी बोल रहे हैं and optional का भी बता रहे हैं. The 3 type of questions asked, L1, L2 and L3. L1 questions I call them as straight questions. सीधा पूछ दिया. What is atmosphere? What are ocean currents? Define jet streams. What are agriculture problems of India? Straight questions. L2 questions are questions that demand interlinkages between 2 topics, climate change and agriculture. Agriculture and poverty, ये link करना पड़ेगा. Problems of droughts in Europe an impact on food in Australia. ये लिंक करना पड़ेगा. And the third type of questions are the analytical and the deep questions. For example, Ukraine war. Who attacked? What areas were taken up? Capital of Ukraine. Who are the leaders? ये state questions बन गया. These questions, okay, your syllabus will handle. These questions are in current affairs. आपने सुना होगा. You can answer this. But say I ask a question, interlinkage वाला. Okay, tell us what is the role of NATO, okay, and Europe's security architecture in Ukrainian crisis. तो लिंक कर दिया मैंने. एक deep thinking question पूछा मैंने. I ask you now. The problem of Ukraine is not so much about Russia attacking Ukraine. It's more about the location where Ukraine is. It is the location, special aspects that has made Ukraine vulnerable to the conflicts. Give us your opinion. Got a point here? Difference समझ में आया आपको यहां पर? ये जो ऐसा क्वेश्चन है, you can't anticipate क्या पूछने वाला है. You can't even say ये beyond syllabus है. But these are deep questions. If you look at the question, and this is for both, ये prelims में भी है और ये mains में भी है. L2, L3 questions, they make up 70% of your questions asked, particularly since 2017. Most of you don't even know कि exam ऐसे change हो गया है. And when you go for admissions, the institutes don't tell you and teachers don't tell you कि यार ये भी question important है. तो आप जो कोर्स करते हो ना, there is a core foundation course and there is an advanced course. Core foundation course can only give you L1 questions plus to some extent L2. Core foundation cannot give you L3 questions. जो आप GS का कर रहे हो ना, 10 महीने के, 11 महीने या 12 महीने का कर रहे हो, यही कराएगा आपका. Why this is not talked about? Because students do not ask for it. The new students don't know about it. And many institutes can't teach this right now. For this, you require a very different level of understanding and teaching skills. So when I teach geography, I am teaching this. This is your foundation course, which is 6 months. Then I add this for another 3 or 4 months. This is going to be, okay, 6 days a week. And this will be 2 or 3 days a week. इसके बिना आप क्लियर कर ही नहीं सकते आप एग्जामिनेशन. And now if you tell me, sir, syllabus बड़ा हो गया. I say, no. The demand of the exam is that you have to go to next level. Am I making sense to all of you, online students? Online students, am I making sense to all of you? Radhika, Avinash, Aman. So like I said, no, today the whole objective is that आप जो भी डिसीजन लें, क्या सब्जेक्ट लेना है, कैसे पढ़ना है, कहां से पढ़ना है, let it be an informed choice. Let it be a well thought, understood choice. A choice जिसमें कि आपने खुद एफर्ट डाला समझने के लिए. I always say one thing. UPSC preparation, IAS preparation is fundamentally, remember this, it is fundamentally self-study. What we can do as teachers is give you a framework of study, give you the process of studying. पढ़ना आप ही को होगा, आप ही को समझना होगा questions, आप ही को syllabus appreciate करना होगा. You have to get in that level of discussion, not mechanical studies. Oh yes, बहुत difference अर्चना. The GS foundation जो पढ़ते हैं आप लोग 10 से 12 महीने के, your integrated requires another 2 or 3 months, where you actually learn how to interpret some of the questions. Yes, we do that. In fact, I proudly say this. Probably I am the first person in the ecosystem who talks about this type of study for the first time. Oh yes. In fact, my invitation to all of you is कि अगर आपने GS ज्वाइन नहीं किया है, स्टिक विद अस। एक और इशू है, ओके, एवरी इंस्टीट्यूट हैज द फिलॉसफी ऑफ हाउ दे टीच। अगर आप 4-5 जगह जा रहे हैं, इंस्टीट्यूट ए, बी एंड सी एंड डी, यू एंड अप कंफ्यूज्ड। आप जहां भी जाओ, ट्राई टू स्टडी एवरीथिंग देयर, वहीं ऑप्शनल, वहीं जीएस, वहीं टेस्ट सीरीज, विद द फेथ दैट दे विल डू इट फॉर यू। यहां नहीं जाना है, देन गो हियर, देन ऑप्शनल हियर, जीएस हियर, एसेज हियर, टेस्ट हियर। सबका अपना फिलॉसफी होता है, हाउ दे टीच, हाउ दे ग्रूम। I'll tell you what we do. Wait for, of course, I would love to have you in my classes. But वो बाद में. I don't want to get into that right now. Excellent, Radhika. Happy to have you. Okay. So my discussion point here was, ये जो बड़ा syllabus का debate है ना, it's a very, very superfluous debate. I am going to swim in an open ocean. Okay. और open ocean में 100 किलोमीटर क्या है और 150 क्या है, it doesn't matter, all the same for me. So I don't think at this stage you must be looking at the easy way out. The honest answer is no subject is easy. हम आपको डेटा भी दिखाएंगे इसमें. I'll just show something to you, all of you. Have you understood what I mean by length now? The length depends on what? The type of questions asked. Length depends on the type of syllabus you have. Length depends on who the teacher is, what is he willing to teach. The length depends on who is the student who is willing to study. I'll give an example to you. See, the method that we follow in our classes, okay? हम क्लास कराते हैं आपको, आपको हमने नोट्स दे दिए, बना के दे दिया. Then what? Is this enough? Is this enough? And you paid me fees for this. Whatever you have paid me, say 10 units of fees आपने पेमेंट किया है. And ecosystem में ये ज्यादा वैरी नहीं करता. Okay, Neeraj, that's a dangerous one. Okay, you should be careful. I'll tell you why afterwards. ठीक है? I believe notes is you writing in the class. But trust me, क्लास में शायद आप 70% समझते हो and 30% आपको समझ में नहीं आता है. Because I am maintaining a pace. मेरा स्पीच का टेक्निक है, राइटिंग स्पीड है, एक समझाने का मेथड है. मे बी यू नॉट यूज्ड टू इट. आपको 30 समझ में नहीं है. फॉर सम ऑफ इट कुड बी इन 50%. फॉर सम ऑफ इवन 20%. What we do then is, we say convert the notes into synopsis, summary. Everybody says this. We go one step ahead. We say, show me your synopsis. Submit करो आप हमें. We don't stop here. We say, अब दिखा दिया. Now please memorize synopsis. हम आपको एक डे बुलाते हैं. Like this Wednesday, we'll have a summary session for environment and biogeography. ये तो आपका गया 2.5 hours का क्लास गया. हम यहां पे एक्स्ट्रा बैठाएंगे, आपको एक्स्ट्रा आवर बैठाएंगे. We'll give you 6 hours. रट्टा मारो बैठ के. We don't stop here. Then we call you again another day for 3 hours. Let us analyze the previous year's questions. People ask me, sir आप ये क्यों करा रहे हैं? तो मार्केट में मिलता है. सर नहीं, मार्केट में मिलता तो है, लेकिन वो आपका काम नहीं है ना. You follow मार्केट वाला एनालिसिस, so आपका ब्रेन कहां गया? I want your brain. I want your thinking. Sit with me and analyze this now. Okay. उसके बाद हम क्या करेंगे? I will not leave you here. Then I will give you 20 questions to memorize. रट्टा मार के आओ आंसर. ठीक है? Then I will call you for यही 20 क्वेश्चन दोबारा पूछेंगे आपको हम. And I'll give you 3 hours to write down here. टाइम लग रहा है कि नहीं लग रहा है? आप कहीं और जाएंगे तो आपको ये पढ़ा के छोड़ देगा. 2.5 घंटे में कोर्स ओवर. How much time I have taken more from you? I've taken 6 plus 3 plus 3. I've taken almost more than 10 hours more. You feel sir बहुत टाइम लग रहा है, but my answer is हम कराएं नहीं करें, आप you should do or not, but we do it with you. We call these sessions as marathon sessions. कि सुबह आओ हमारे साथ में और बैठे रहो. ओके 6 बजे 7 बजे तक बैठे रहिए, आप करते रहिए आप. Once you have done this, अच्छा ये क्लास नोट्स किस लेवल का है? What level is class notes here? This is L1 and maybe some L2. इसके बाद क्या खत्म हुआ आपका? L1 खत्म हुआ. This is L1 consolidated. अब चलो पढ़ते हैं L3 के लिए. I'll call you again for this. The problem is you do not know this method, and if you know, उतना जिगर नहीं है करने के लिए मेरे साथ में. हम तो चैलेंज कर रहे हैं आपको. In my class, out of 600 students, जो ये काम कर रहे हैं, only 25 of them. Last day में we had 35 of them. यह पूरा ट्रैकर हमारे पास है. In fact, you can see in the classrooms also, dates लिखा हुआ है. Which day will have what? You can, while going out, you can check the sheets. We have called this as the marathon. वहां लिखा हुआ marathon sessions. So online you can't see it right now. And it's open. I've called all my previous students. क्या हो मेरे साथ पढ़ाई करो. Because when I start your L3 level, अगर L1 कंट्रोल में नहीं है, कोई यूज नहीं है ना आपका. You understand what I mean by length of study now? So please get off that fear. Now, no fear of hard work. No fear of length of study. No fear of efforts to be given. So don't ask me, sir, कौन सा आसान है? मेरे बच्चे अगर आसान होता तो मैंने भी वही पढ़ा देना होता. As simple as that. Radhika, everybody, online also. We put the camera facing the class. Okay, we have a tracker. I'll show the tracker to you also. I want you to get out of your mind. Anything is easy. Easy नहीं है. IAS बनना आसान नहीं है. ऐसा पढ़ाई करना आसान नहीं है. And those who qualify are the ones who do this. आपको पता नहीं चलता है, but they're doing it. और जो नहीं कर रहा है, they will never qualify. Yes.
What will be your advice to fill the process if we have joined the GS program with someone else?
Ask your institute there. Okay. We give open sessions. Zamara, last week we had polity. I forgot one more step here. I'm sorry. After your memorization, we have one more 4 hours का work है, workbook session. Where I give you a workbook of, okay, 50-60 pages, solve करो बैठ के. And that takes 4 hours to solve. So it's your job to get them to do it. Or it can be part of us, our process, but the only problem is, आपके ये सब हो जाना चाहिए. It's open. I don't discriminate. Yes, Kundan, much has changed. मैं भी सीखता हूं ना धीरे धीरे what works best. इसलिए मेरा जो approach है now, I call this as the mission approach. Go after the examination like a mission. The objective must not be clear prelims. The objective should be clear the exam and get a rank. और अप्रैल में से अभी शुरू करो. 24 is possible. In fact, to be honest, आप 2 महीना देर से हो. Okay, but we'll speed up. वो हम बता देंगे बाद में. I'll come back on that afterwards. ठीक है? And those who have joined elsewhere, we have one more offer for you. That you show your receipt, you have paid there. You can take our GS at a very concession price. But मैं free नहीं करूंगा इसको. So my effort goes there. You tell me, I am teaching 6 days a week, 2.5 hours every day, and I take 6 months for L1 and L2. Plus, I will teach 2 to 3 hours daily, per day, for 3 days a week, and I take another, say 4 months. This is my schedule. आप अपने आप पढ़ोगे. You tell me how much time you will take. And I know what to teach, what not to teach, from what to read, and from what not to read. That's your choice now. You're asking me, sir, अगर मैं अपने आप पढ़ूं, how much time will I take? See, again, a difficult one here answering. My suggestion is कि अगर आपका फाइनेंस का प्रॉब्लम है, you can't afford it, your parents can't afford it, then the बच्चा no doubts, don't trouble your parents, अपने आप पढ़ो. But you will take 2 years to finish properly. अगर फाइनेंस इश्यू नहीं है, you can afford it, then join a class. Because क्लास में 3 चीज होता है. Okay. Number 1 is consistency. आपको पसंद हो ना पसंद हो, I will have a class every day. If I am not there, I'll have one and the teacher who will come in for my place. But हम क्लास हर दिन कराएंगे. ठीक है, होली में छुट्टी देते हैं because okay, people get violent. Otherwise मैं होली में छुट्टी भी नहीं देता मैं आपको. संडे देते हैं, why? Because even we need to rejuvenate, not to help you rejuvenate. So consistency is one. Number 2 is we have a process, we have a method to it. हम बनाते हैं milestones. In 1 week this much, in 10 days this much. आप अपने आप नहीं कर पाओगे milestones. Okay. अपने आप stretch कर लोगे milestones. You will see convenience कि मुझे लगता है sir 15 days. I'll say no, 5 दिन में खत्म करो. And in the class I'll show you students who can do in 5 days. I'll want you to feel guilty about it. And third thing is, okay, you get a sense of group work. Okay. Otherwise content, बेटा मैं कहां से पढ़ा रहा हूं, किताब से पढ़ा रहा हूं ना, हम आपको किताब का सारा नाम बता देंगे. But that's not enough. Consistency is the key and a proper trackable process. Think of why you must join a university to become a good engineer or doctor, anybody. Why? जो कुछ पढ़ाया जा रहा है, it's all there on the net, no? You take up any topic, उसका lecture होगा YouTube में. Then why you are going to an institute? The consistency, the work culture, that is important. So I know I am the wrong side as the institute. Okay, I am saying this, it might look like I am talking about my interest, but no. Even if I was not a teacher or institute one, I would have advised same things. कि अगर financial constraint है, then you definitely have a good reason. Don't join, it's expensive. Your parents can't afford. Don't put them to that guilt of कि land बेचना है, घर बेचना है. No, not worth it. आप अपने आप पढ़ो. It'll take you time, so be it. But अगर afford कर पाते हो, your parents can afford it, then join a class. Fine. Shivai, if you start now, then it's possible. Yeah, May. Yes, but you'll have to do extra work. You'll have a lot of double class in month of November, December. I'll tell you why, Shivai. Give me a few more minutes on that. I think वो part आपको clear करा दिया मैंने. Effort और length से मत डरें, please. Your objective is syllabus जानते हैं, क्या syllabus है, what is being asked, and please compare one by one in terms of your GS. डेमो क्लास, यार मेरे मुंह में मांग रहे हो डेमो क्लास, देख तो रहे हो डेमो क्लास, और क्या है? What you're seeing right now is what? You're seeing a demo class, how I teach. अपनी नुमाइश में करा रहा हूं, ठीक है, कर लेना, नो प्रॉब्लम. डेमो से क्या सीखो? The day I know you are coming for demo class, I'll be at my best. एकदम कोट टाई वही लगा के आऊंगा. You not even know कि एक्ट है या डेमो है. चलो, you have your rights there. Can I move on from here now? Okay, fine. Now, this is my question to you. When you choose an optional, आपने किससे बात किया? Who have you talked to? So I said you must have a very thorough data analysis for optional subjects. I'll give you some data here. Very interesting, okay? Stay with me on this. It's a short of time. आपको कुछ ही बता पा रहा हूं. I don't know if online guys can see this or not. Can you see all the numbers here? You can? I do not know how to enlarge this. अब देखो, I've taken यहीं तक अवेलेबल था, मैंने अपडेट नहीं किया है. 2020, 19, 18, 17 के रैंक्स हैं 1 to 5, and believe me, ये ट्रेंड 1 to 20 तक का ट्रेंड यही है. And it's in the public domain. मैं छुपा कुछ नहीं रहा हूं. Name of the person, what was his graduation subject, and what was optional subject, and what marks he got. Shubham Kumar, civil engineering, anthropology, 330. Jagriti Avasthi, electrical, sociology, 284. Ankita Jain, computer, philosophy, 277. Yash Jaluka, commerce, economics लिया इसने, 283. Mamta Yadav, physics honors, फिजिक्स, ये बहुत रेयर होता है. I will consider Shubham Kumar as an outlier. 330 is a crazy mark. ठीक है, बट बाकी देखो क्या फर्क है, 284, 277, 283, 272, ये रेंज है ना. लुक एट 2020 का है. If you look at these subjects, tell me what will become a topper. Did you ever think physics will be here? Did you ever think economics will be here? Or philosophy is here? आपने सुना anthropology and sociology. If you have to go by सब इसमें रैंक आते हैं, मैंने कहा इसे उठा लो आप और क्या. Look at 2019 का. ओके, प्रदीप कुमार कंप्यूटर साइंस, पबैड 293. इसमें पबैड है नहीं टॉप 5 में, बट इसमें 8th 9th में है. रैंक 2 जतिन कुमार, इकोनॉमिक्स अगेन रेयर केस, बट हिज मार्क्स वाज 255. ओके, प्रतिभा फिजिक्स 305, अगेन एक रेयर वाला कॉम्बिनेशन है. हिमांशु इकोनॉमिक्स 280. लॉ ये एक ईयर था टॉप 5 में, 3 ऑफ देम हैड द सेम ग्रेजुएशन सब्जेक्ट. उसके बाद देखो 19 कनिष्क कंप्यूटर साइंस मैथमेटिक्स 361, क्रेजी मार्क. These are the numbers that are dangerous to even think about. I'm sure अगर दोबारा पेपर देना, इसका नहीं आने वाला इतना. These are outliers. They will not decide your pattern. अक्षर जैन डिजाइन एंथ्रोपोलॉजी 385, ये भी impossible marks हैं. But in general that year, तो marks were above 312. And subjects देखो, sociology, anthropology, geography, anthromath. इसमें एंथ्रो है ही नहीं. 5 में इसमें भी रैंक 1 एंड इसमें डू नॉट हैव अदर सब्जेक्ट्स. तो अगर आप ईयर बाय ईयर स्टडी करेंगे ना, you'll find कि सब्जेक्ट्स आर वेरी इवनली लेड आउट. They will ask you, बताओ ये देख के क्या लगता है किससे क्वालिफाई. एंड लुक एट दिस वन, 16 में कन्नड़ा लिटरेचर, TSIR पॉलिटिकल साइंस, तेलुगु लिटरेचर 322 is the topper's marks. And background I do not know about Gopal Krishna. Okay, Nandini civil engineering and Kannada. So my point of argument here is, इसका I can dice many ways. The argument is, it is not the subject, is what I'm telling you. It is the way it is studied, who is studying it, with what method, वो important है. If you go by topper subjects, rank 20 के अंदर में ना आपको सारा दिख जाएगा. You will not know what to choose if you go by this. And the best part is, most of you don't talk to them. You talk to people on the streets. Because जो क्वालिफाई कर गया ना, वो तो आपके हाथ ही नहीं आएगा ना. He's gone. You all got the point here? When I ask you, is your decision data driven or not? Okay, ये top 5. Please go back to your room. It's worth it. Sit down and study. Rack 1 से 20 तक का क्या ट्रेंड है, आपको सब दिखाई देगा. आपको There's a lack of time. I might well take up all the other ones. ठीक है, और यही नहीं, also find out from which subject how many qualify. 6 subjects dominate: geography, PubAd, political science, sociology, anthropology, and recent times में we also have history. And the average numbers vary is, this is the 120 students, 130 students, 115 students, 125, यही रेंज में रहता है. So top subjects में, okay, it's evenly distributed more or less. आपको लाना है one among them. So the advice here is, हिंदी में भेड़ चाल ना चलें. Find your subject, find your genuine interest. यानी कि एक पेज देख के इंटरेस्ट हो गया. Okay, you read one chapter of Harry Potter, बहुत मजा आएगा, and then you'll think मैं भी बन जाऊंगा author. I have interest in writing fantasy books. You will crash badly. Genuine interest है या नहीं, और वो जानने के लिए know the syllabus. Fine, all of you? Okay, let's move on from this. Now, talking about geography. Okay, and why I say geography overlap है. Okay, now geography का, these are the broad 7 areas. Okay, physical geography, इसमें land, water, atmosphere आ जाता है. Environment geography, economic geography, population, एक area called geographical thought. It is a bit abstract one, like philosophy है, political geography, and इन तीनों को मिलाकर environment, economics and polity को मिलाकर an area called as regional planning. Geography is a very important subject for planning anything, planning industries, planning urbanization, planning for rural development, planning for disaster management, planning for roads and construction. Any planning may you need geography, because when you're planning, a very important part of your planning is where. I want to make a road, where? I want to make industry, where? I have poverty, solve poverty, where? I've got fights going on, where? The where part is called as location part. It's called as the spatial part. Geography का अगर soul कुछ है, it is the spatial aspect. Man-environment relationship in terms of the spatial or location aspect. That is why geography is important part of planning. इसे मैंने कहा था इकोनॉमी एंड डेवलपमेंट में ये आ जाता है ज्योग्राफी. No other subject will talk about regional planning. Rural development, tribal planning, infrastructure, roads, connectivity, ports, disaster management, सब में आ जाएगा regional planning. Yes, Ritanshu, ask me please. What's the question? Yes, Neeraj, we also have those. Advanced में there will be new topics, deeper questions. Ask me, Ritanshu, you have a doubt. कुछ क्लैरिफाई करना है, पूछो, बताओ. Okay, ask me when you want to ask me. ठीक है? Now, I am giving a division to you here. How much time do I take? The foundation course है, it takes me 180 days, plus or minus 5-6 days. So 6 months I am saying. और यही breakup किया हुआ है. Physical geography 75 days, and I follow a very meticulous chart for this. Okay. Environment जो 10 days, 15 days, 45, ये सब मिलाकर एक 15 days का भी बनेगा हमारा कंपाइल करने के लिए. This is the pattern I follow. It takes 180 days for the foundation class, and then I enter the advanced course. Advanced course will take me 50 days more, but 50 days not every day. I'll take 2 or 3 classes a week, because advanced course में I teach more, plus I teach also answer writing. And answer writing, I believe, always happens when you write down. So I'll teach on Monday, I'll give you Tuesday, Wednesday, लिखो अपने आप. फिर Thursday वापस आओ. फिर Friday अपने आप लिखो. फिर Saturday वापस आओ. We do this work. And I'll give you question bank. इसको रट्टा मार के आओ. Memorize and come. Okay. That's why it takes me 50 days, but in time span, it takes me about 4 months. I start this course in the month of September or late September. So September से October मानो. October, November, December, and maybe half of January. I finish this off. And this includes your tests also. Yes, Ritu. Ritu asking me for GS, right? रितु ये जीएस के लिए है, राइट? देखो रितु, आपको एग्जाम कब देना है? अगर एग्जाम देना है 24 में, विच यू शुड प्लान फॉर, फिर तो आपको नो चॉइस, हर दिन 2 क्लास करना ही पड़ेगा. एक ज्योग्राफी क्लास और एक करना होगा आपको जीएस क्लास, प्लस इफ रिक्वायर्ड एक्स्ट्रा क्लास. 24 के लिए आप ऑलमोस्ट एज में हो, एंड आई टेल यू व्हाई. अगर 25 सोच रहे हो तो ठीक है, finish geography, then do GS, or do GS first, then do geography, you can do that. But either ways, दोनों के लिए you need to have an advanced course. Okay, I'll explain the timeline for you afterwards. पहले आप ये समझ लो, geography समझ लो आप. Is it okay all of you here? An advanced course, I'm very clear. Ritu, 24 है तो you have got no time. I said no, for 24, most of you are already late by 2 months. You have to play catch up very quickly. Radhika 25, then you can plan a bit differently. ठीक है? Okay, so that's about, and I'm very certain here कि अगर आप मेरा सिर्फ ये ज्वाइन करते हो, आप एग्जाम क्लियर नहीं कर पाओगे. And I'll finish, I don't say 100%, I'll say I'll finish 90 to 93% of the syllabus. विद नोट डिस्कशन। 2-3-4 पार्ट रह जाएगा, वो आप अपने आप करेंगे, हम वीडियो पकड़ा देंगे आपको। एंड आई विल टेक 6 months ऑन दिस। 23 for 25, yes you can, Vishesh, you can, yes you can, no problem. Okay, so that's done. Advanced course, what to study, इसको कॉपी ना करो, is there, you can take from us. Books में there are 7-8 books, don't make me discuss that right now. And in the class I will want you to carry your books. You cannot prepare only by the class notes. I don't know what other teachers tell you in your coachings. I believe आपको book पढ़ना ही पड़ेगा. But I'll tell you what to read. I'll teach a topic, then I'll say open the book, so and so page, okay, so and so paragraph, underline and add to your notes and synopsis. वो हम कराएंगे आपको. ये book जरूरी है. We have a publication called as Cosmos. I come out every 15 days with this. This is a compilation of geography and environment current affairs in one place. You can rely on this. Yes, that makes sense. I am also the environment teacher for GS. In fact, I am also the IR teacher in GS. So I feel IR can only be taught in geopolitical sense. So I take IR, I take security, I take environment, and of course geography, along with my associates, yes. And maps के लिए will give a list to you of 300 places and videos will give you. ठीक है? So this you can look up on your own, no problem. Something else remains. Now the question is, जो आप discuss करके, why with Edukemy? Why with us? There are two reasons here. One reason is what I call as a process-based roadmap. देखो आप हमें ज्वाइन करो ना करो, but appreciate the process. अगर समझ में आ गया अपने आप करो, नहीं आएगा तो घूम के मेरे पास ही आओगे. I am 100% sure. If not this year, you come next year, you come to me. ठीक है? So know the process, please. The process is, let me explain this to you. देखो, you are, yeah, online, can you all see this? Can you all see this one? अब आगे आ जाओ, otherwise, come ahead. Maybe it's too small for you. अब आगे आके देखो अगर ये सब नहीं दिखाई दे रहा है. And I'll suggest आप इसको नोट में लिख के चले जाओ. I said, no, I'm not giving any formula here. I'm just giving a very logical mindset कि कैसे सोचा जाता है एग्जामिनेशन के बारे में. Yes, you have to buy the books from day one. Absolutely. Absolutely. Buy the books from day one. Okay. अब देखो. We are in the month of April, May. Correct? Yeah. Radhika, Ritanshu, and all of you others. I'm assuming आप एग्जाम देना चाहते हो 24 के prelims में. Correct? 24 prelims is the month of April, May. ठीक है? Between prelims and mains कितना टाइम है आपके पास है? हाँ? डेज बताओ. मंथ बहुत लगता है. 110 days. जुलाई, अगस्त, सितंबर का आधा and a bit of June. Okay, it's just about 110 days. 110 days में can you learn answer writing? Can you finish all syllabus? Can you do any new topic here? यहां पे क्या करना चाहिए आपको? Only revisions and memorization, correct? Because आप मई के एंड में एग्जाम दोगे, 15-20 में थक गए होगे, वो थकान भी निकालना है, रिजल्ट आ जाएगा, उसके लिए टेंशन होता है. So speaking honestly, you will not study for the entire June. आपका पढ़ाई शुरू होता है जुलाई से. जुलाई, अगस्त, हाफ ऑफ सितंबर. 100 दिन भी नहीं बचते हैं आपके पास. ठीक है? तो ये टाइम इज ऑल रिविजन्स, विच मीन्स, अच्छा नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, अगर आप प्रीलिम्स दे रहे हो ओके मई में, बाय व्हेन डू यू वांट टू स्टार्ट योर एक्सक्लूसिव प्रीलिम्स प्रैक्टिस? कब से? एनी आइडिया है कुछ? जनवरी, इवन फेब फॉर एग्जाम्पल. तो आप यहां शुरू करना चाह रहे हो ओके प्रीलिम्स का प्रिपरेशन. इसका मतलब है फ्रॉम जनवरी फेब up to mains, you have got no time for mains preparation. So by when should the mains be over? By when should the mains be over? When I say mains means what? L1, L2 or L3? L3 level. Answer writing, memorization. समझ में आ रहा है? You have to get mains ready not later by January. Am I clear here? Now look at this. तो अगर आपको मेंस रेडी होना है यहां पर, इसका मतलब आपका कितना टाइम बचता है मेंस के लिए, एंड हाउ मच टाइम, एंड इसमें क्या करना है, जीएस एंड ऑप्शनल दोनों करना है। अप्रैल ओके खत्म हो रहा है, मई, जून, जुलाई, अगस्त, सितंबर, अक्टूबर, नवंबर, दिसंबर, यू हैव गॉट 8 months। 8 months में पूरा सिलेबस खत्म करोगे। इवन इफ आई गिव जनवरी, चलो 9 months, finish syllabus, do advanced level, do answer writing, memorization, and then get into your prelims mode. You understand what I'm saying? You're 2 months late now. It is doable, but मेहनत एक्स्ट्रा लगेगा आपको। And by the month, when you are with me in GS, month of November, December, January, I will run double classes with you. What most institutes do is, they do double class in the month of March. That's crazy. March should be only for the prelims, not for course completion. Course खत्म करो जनवरी तक, latest. एक और प्रॉब्लम है, when your GS is taught in terms of 2 days polity, 2 days history, 3 days science and tech, again 1 part of history, again come back to economy, दिसंबर तक कुछ खत्म नहीं हो रहा है आपका, आप कैसे करोगे एडवांस? My technique will be start polity, finish polity, start economy, finish economy, but while doing economy, start the advance of polity also. Okay, finish economy, polity gets over. Okay, start science and tech, then again to advance of economy. We have planned it like that. I want your geography to be over not later by September, L1, L2. Okay, ताकि यहां से you only have advanced classes going on. Advance of geography, advance of GS also. You got it, all of you? Look at this pattern, next pattern. So our technique is, do geography foundation up to September, do geography advance with me, geography is ready by December, shut geography, now do prelims program alone with me. The prelims program is part of our GS advance. Okay, हम ऑफर करेंगे आपको, give prelims, then come back for main support, don't pay separately for this. फिर आपको ज्योग्राफी भी कराएंगे यहां पर और जीएस भी कराएंगे यहां पर, all revision, give your mains, come for the interview program. You got it here? But ये जब भी कर पाओगे when in this time you can finish off all the advanced discussions, otherwise you are struggling here. That's the reason why students take 2-3 years, because पहला साल समझ में नहीं आ रहा है क्या चल रहा है क्लास में, समझ में आता है सेकंड थर्ड ईयर में, and then it's all self study. Got it? Okay, this is an example of a chart we follow for tracking. यहां पर ये लाइव क्लास है, ओके, 6th and 10th ये नेम्स हैं, ऑफलाइन बच्चा है कि ऑनलाइन बच्चा है। फर्स्ट सिनॉप्सिस, I taught you, give me your summary sheet. सेकेंड सिनॉप्सिस, थर्ड सिनॉप्सिस, फोर्थ सिनॉप्सिस, असाइनमेंट आंसर्स आपने किया कि नहीं है, असाइनमेंट मार्क्स, एंड देन वी गिव टोटल मार्क्स हियर. We maintain this table every week and give it to you how you're progressing. What we call as trackers. The worst, I think, the system in our area is the idea called as mentorship. They're totally hogwash. Mentorship में कोई एक आपका डाउट क्लियर करता है. Mentorship is not that. Mentorship is putting it on track properly. कि ऐसे पढ़ाओ और पढ़ना आपको है, मुझे नहीं पढ़ना है. What I call as our marathon sessions. बैठो हमारे साथ, finish it off. Okay, so we do this both for GS and for your geography. Okay, अच्छा. Well, this is a very important differentiator we have. I believe that you qualify an examination is not so much about कि कोर्स खत्म किया कि नहीं. It's more about your mindset. Fundamentally, the examination is a test of your personality. You as a person कौन है, आपका सोच कैसा है. Most of us don't think about it till you have got interview call. But I want to reverse that. You as a person comes first. Your thinking, your approach, your commitment levels, your opinions, that matters more. So what Edukemy gives you is, one is the process, second is the approach. The approach we call this as our युवा approach. Start with the U. इसका क्या components हम बता देंगे बाद में. With this U, you develop understanding. With this, develop a vision. यही बनता है L3 type of questions. ये बनता है L3. This is L2 type of questions. So there's the method we follow, which we call as Edukemy pedagogy. और यही हम हर जगह बात कर रहे हैं अब. The mission approach. Okay, start taking up communication skills, writing skills first. How to read a newspaper. How to read. In fact, आप घर जाके you can have a look. There were 2 sessions on economic survey. Okay, with Tehil sir has taken last week and before that. Okay, and see what he has done. He has not taught economic survey. He taught you how to study economic survey. कि कैसे खोद के निकाला जाता है. I said no, fundamental examination is what? Self study. आपको पता होना चाहिए ये पेज को पढ़कर how to identify what's going to be asked. What happens is, see, if the examination is essentially a self-study, okay, which means you are developing your skills of analysis. You are developing your skills of communication. You're developing your skills of opinion making. या बताओ ये कहां पर सीखोगे? When you have done the processing on your own, or you have studied processed material. बताओ कहां पर आप सीखेंगे? When I'm saying you must have your skills of analysis. You must have skills of communication. You must have skills of how opinions are to be made. ठीक है? ये आप कहां पर बेस्ट सीखेंगे? When you study from processed material or when you have developed your own material. कैसे सीखोगे आप लोग? Own material. ये तो बेटा किसी और का ब्रेन है ना, तो किसी और ने गंदा काम कर दिया है, आपको रट्टा मारना है. इससे आपका कुछ नहीं होने वाला. You got it here? So our approach is learn this. You must see those 2 lectures, all of you. Economic survey, I think one he took on inflation and the second one he took on fiscal. And he's taught you कि word का क्या meaning है, ये sentence का क्या meaning है, why the graph looks like this, and then इसे अपने आप पढ़ो आप. Shobit, all of that can be handled, no problem. ठीक है, all of you? So, ये चीज आपको गाड़ लेना है कि the examination of study, you have learned the techniques. We can give you an enabling environment. I can support you, but सीखना आपको होगा. Shobhit, the course are in English, but I do talk in Hindi also. Okay, not a problem. But writing assignments are all in English, not in Hindi. But I can explain in Hindi, partly English. But the bulk of the course is English, not pure bilingual. Our discussion ऐसे बात कर रहे हैं, can ask me Hindi, I don't mind. Otherwise, in English course. The geography option is starting from April, I think 22nd and 5th होगा date, where we'll give you the grounding, and the classes in the syllabus will start from, I think, May 26th. You're starting in April end. You all got it here? Okay. So you have a look at that. And finally, of course, why GS with us? I insist on this. See, it is not a pitch for buy from us. It's a pitch for please know the process and be consistent. अगर आपको लगता है कोई और इंस्टीट्यूट में GS बेटर है, then do the GS and optional there itself. If you feel we are better, then join both here. In any case, the differentiator is not the foundation course. फर्क हो जाता है advanced course में. Foundation course is same across all institutes. Trust me. Yes, online भी है, शोभित, online भी है. The foundation courses are almost same. Difference is in how we plan the course, how we deliver it, assignments and tracking, plus the advanced course. Yes, you can, Aman, but that will be frustrating for you. You can. People do that. Okay, but that gets frustrating. Why? Because we assume you know some foundation already to do the enrichment with us. But you can. A lot of people have joined. No problem. And all of you understand this, please, again. That your enrichment and advance is essentially L3 plus answer writing. Your foundation course is L1 and L2. To be here, सिर्फ क्लास किया इनफ नहीं है, आपको ये सारा मेमोराइज करना पड़ेगा. आंसर राइटिंग ऑफ L1 एंड L2 हो जाना चाहिए, एंड यू शुड हैव read all the important basic books. So if you do this and directly come here, this is missing. Yes, Shivam, yes. So आप जहां भी ज्वाइन करो, इंश्योर तो ये खत्म होना चाहिए आपका. इनफैक्ट ऑफलाइन आई कैन नॉट शो, ऑनलाइन आई कांट शो. ऑफलाइन गाइस कैन सी आवर work that is going on. You can see that. ठीक है? Okay, back again. Summarizing. Why GS with us? The same logic. While doing geography with us, finish GS foundation with us. Okay. Foundation will go on. October onwards, we will overlap with enrichment. And we'll plan such a way कि आप एक दिन में not more than 2 in general. Some days extra class होंगे, 3 क्लास हो जाएगा. But otherwise we are planned. All GS class morning में होती हैं, 8:30 से 11 होती हैं. Geography classes from 12 to 2, and all the advanced classes and tests are from 4 to 6. And you will not have advanced class of geography and GS together on the same day. No. Then we have Mondays, Friday and Saturday for GS. Tuesdays, Thursday and Monday, Wednesday and Saturday is for GS, and Tuesday, Thursdays and Friday is for optional. इसलिए आपका will match it for you. Your time is better organized then. ठीक है? So assignments है, daily answer writing है, test discussions हैं. We help you with notes, with PYQ analysis. Weekly tests are there, prelims, mains, both. Yeah, this part, इसके अलग से पेमेंट नहीं करनी पड़ेगी. And you join advanced course, ये दोनों उसके part included है. We don't charge you separately for this one. Prelim support and main support. In fact, I'll recommend, maybe some of you can come on Monday and Tuesday and talk to our students who have joined this program. And what we do, they can explain you better. Show with all of that on the online. I'll recommend all of you. आप आओ और देखो what we are doing. Okay. Then you can understand what is required here. Okay. That's done. So my favorite concluding remark is, don't choose the easy option out. आसान है? No. Examination में कुछ भी आसान नहीं है. No, शोभित, वो नहीं हो सकता. I can't give notes because मैं हिंदी में पढ़ाता ही नहीं हूं. मैं हिंदी में बात कर लेता हूं. Okay, मैं हिंदी में कैसे कहूं इक्वेटर क्या है और अर्थ क्या है और लिथोस्फीयर क्या है? बच्चे की जान ले लोगे आप. No, शोभित. If you're joining it for Hindi, then I'm not the person. I can be bilingual to explain things to you. But notes in English, all technical discussions are in English. All assignments in English. Okay. नहीं, उतना नहीं है. ठीक है? So don't easy way out, and finally, like I said, be rational, think, choose, and stick to your choice. Yeah, you have doubts? Tell me. No, only 12 to 2. This problem is there, but हम बच्चों को बोलते हैं, आप लोग रिक्वेस्ट करते हो हमें चेंज करने के लिए, आप उनको रिक्वेस्ट कर लो, चेंज करते हैं जीएस. No. We have only one batch, either online or offline. Anybody else? Any questions? MSP is ES is included, not in foundation course. No, Abhinash. Only if you take the advanced course, MSP and PSP both are included. Yes, we'll have a batch in June also, correct? But June tak, don't bargain for 24 anymore. I mean, it's difficult. I'll not say impossible, but मेरे program में set नहीं होगा. Synopsis writing, workbook, memorization, that's the process we follow. फिर आप एक काम कर सकते हो, what you can do is come for 1 week and see what we do. 2-3 days. Vishnu Pratap, okay, the front end we take up on this. Any questions? Anything else? Niti. Oh, I went on for almost 1 hour 40 minutes. I thought 1 hour 30 minutes. Nitish, some of them would want to see what we are doing. हमारे workbooks क्या हैं, हमारे PSP और MSP का क्या है content, prelims वाला questions जो हैं, assignments क्या हैं. If they're curious, you can. He is Nitish. He manages our course पूरा organizing. Okay. Online students, अगर आप लेके दिखा दो, इसमें दिखा देना. You can do that also if you want to. Whatever they want to know. Okay, ठीक है. Let them be here. You come then show it to them. You should keep them on or should I switch off them? Okay, online, I think we are done. Any other questions? Reach out. You can talk to us at your convenience. No problem. कौन सा वाला? Marathon sessions. Okay. We have a concept called as marathon study. Why I call it marathon is because हम चाहते हैं आप मेरे साथ, okay, 5, 6, 9 hours हमारे साथ बैठें at one stretch. Okay, in fact, what we do is, if you come on time, okay, the lunch is on us. अगर आप पूरा टाइम बैठोगे तो, okay, आपको चाय वाय सब मिल जाएगा. कि आप बैठोगे, people start from 10 o'clock with us, they go back only at 6:30, 7 o'clock. They leave from us. इसमें क्या है? This essentially is self-study. In self-study, there are 4 types of work. One is complete your notes. Read all reference books. Make your synopsis and memorize synopsis. Okay, memorize the answers and do the workbook. These are the 4 categories of work we have. Because एक complaint common होता है कि सर हम पढ़ाई तो कर रहे हैं, याद नहीं हो रहा. As if याद करना ऑटोमेटिक है. सर मैं खाना तो खा रहा हूं लेकिन मैं चुबा नहीं पा रहा हूं. ऐसा नहीं पॉसिबल है ना. आप खाना खा चुबा भी कर रहे होगे आप. But you have to have a conscious decision on this. Okay. So most people attend the class but don't memorize. मुझे लगता है कि क्लास कर लिया. People think, okay, people think paying attention is equal to understanding, is equal to memorization. No. ये 3 अलग गेम है. Attention, आप सुन रहे हो मुझे. Understanding, you are thinking while I am teaching. Okay, you are making a notes here. Then you must go back to your room. All this must be converted into a summary sheet. And the summary has to be memorized. आपको याद करना पड़ेगा. People struggle. सर मैंने क्लास तो कर लिया, सिलेबस तो कर लिया, सर आंसर राइटिंग नहीं होता. Reason being, आपको कुछ याद ही नहीं है तो आंसर राइटिंग क्या करोगे आप? तो समझ में तो आ गया, समझ में आ गया, ठीक अच्छी बात है, लेकिन याद नहीं है ना. बिकॉज एवरीथिंग हैज टेक्निकल वर्ड्स, टेक्निकल कंसेप्ट चाहिए आपको याद ही नहीं आ रहा है. ड्रॉ द मैप ऑफ द वर्ल्ड ओशंस एंड द करेंट्स. यू नो द कंसेप्ट्स, लेकिन आपको नाम याद नहीं है. सो मेमोराइजेशन इज नॉट एन ऑटोमेटिक थिंग. दैट्स व्हाई आई से नोट्स कर लिया, अब समरी बनाओ और मेरे सामने याद रखता मारो. You'll find students in the class walking and studying and memorizing. We'll have a session Okay, on Wednesday we'll have this. You can come and check at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. On Tuesday we'll have analysis of PYQ. ये एक पेपर को कैसे एनालिसिस किया जाता है वो भी आप आके देख सकते हैं, if you want to see it. Okay, all is fine here? Then before you write answers, I give you my answers. रट्टा मारो. I'm giving you 15 क्वेश्चन, 20 क्वेश्चन, रट्टा मार के आके लिखो. इससे क्या होता है? Your concepts are grounded, and this kind of work will not happen if you do 1 hour every day. It's like marathon at one go. Because होता क्या है, अगर आप बैठते हो ना, to sit down you require 1 hour. To focus you require 1 hour. Actually पढ़ाई होती है after 1 hour. और तब आप उठ जाते हो. ऐसे नो, बैठो, मोमेंटम में आ जाओ, and then keep at it. Even if you're tired, don't leave it. That's what I call as marathon session. What happens in the group dynamics, you are 30 of you sitting down. सब पढ़ाई कर, आप ही पढ़ाई करोगे ना. In fact, I'm not a very big fan of libraries. Why? Because in library I do not know what you're studying. आप पढ़ने का मेथड क्या है मुझे पता नहीं है ना. What I call as every study of yours must have measurable results. आपने पढ़ाई किया है, मुझे दिखाओ क्या पढ़ाई किया है. कि सर मैंने किताब पढ़ लिया, किताब पढ़ने से क्या होता है, मुझे दिखाओ तुमने क्या एफर्ट डाला है. And how do you prove it? Sir, I wrote synopsis, I have proven it. I'm by hearted 10 answers, I can reproduce it. This is my proof. So marathon sessions, and they're open. इसमें कोई फीस नहीं है. Even outside guys can come and join us. Okay, our marathon sessions are open. आप कहीं भी पढ़ रहे हो, आके हमारे साथ पढ़ सकते हो, no problem. Every week होता है. Is a timetable out there? Come and check. There's a timetable for GS and a timetable for geography, and these are the marathons and for prelims. It's all in the web. It's on the. People do not know about it, but you can always go and talk. Only walk in. Time पता होना चाहिए. Come and sit down here. In some sessions, I have only 2-3 of them. बैठो. In sometimes I have got 30 of them. तभी बैठो. So come and watch what we are doing. ठीक है? Anything else? कैसे पॉसिबल बच्चे? तुम बताओ. I will take the bulk of the concepts, which is around 75% of the classes. उसके अलावा ऑप्शनल में we have got Dimple madam with us and we have Apurv sir with us. अभी क्लास चल रही है, अपूर्व सर की चल रही है, एक्स्ट्रा सेशंस. Okay, but I'll take 70% of your geography and your MSP classes.
What they are dominating. So like in UPSC, we have 6% sociology option. So why?
No, dominating का कितना रेशियो बताओ मुझे. No, they are not. मैं क्या फुल रिजल्ट देखोगे ना, 110 से 135 is the variation. You meet more people maybe. It's data on the net. The top 5 subjects हैं, top 5 subjects. The variation is about about 100, 110 से 130, 140 ये रेंज में होता है. ये 5 सब्जेक्ट्स में आपके 500 रैंक्स आ जाएंगे, 500-600 रैंक्स आ जाएंगे. In some years maybe 130 from geography, maybe 120 from PSIR. Some maybe 100 from geography, maybe 130 from PSIR. But ये 5 में यही रेंज रहता है. Check up. The ratio is about from about 6.57% से लेकर 8 to 9% होता है per subject approximately. You don't vary much. Because देखो simple logic है. It's impossible UPSC will favor only one subject. But range रहता है. अच्छा, एक और इश्यू होता है. Lot of very very good students they join certain type of subjects. और ये ऐसा बच्चा है, इसको आप फिलोसफी पढ़ा तभी टॉप कर जाएगा, उसको अगर पढ़ा देते हो कर्नाटक का तभी टॉप कर जाएगा ये. So engineering students, okay, and lot of science background students, they prefer geography or PSIR or they prefer anthropology lately. तो इट्स नॉट दैट कि सारे इश्यूज होते हैं. इनफैक्ट लॉट ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स विद द सब्जेक्ट्स ऑफ टॉपर्स दे डोंट इवन गेट डबल डिजिट मार्क्स. So you must know the entire range. आप टॉप 10 का एनालिसिस कर लो, you get have an idea. And like I said, अगर टॉपर से जाना है तो कन्नड़ा लिटरेचर भी टॉपर है, दिखाया आपको. तेलुगु भी टॉपर, ले लो इसको, फिर आप संभाल सकते हो. तो आप गेट आउट ऑफ द माइंडसेट. इसको बोलते हैं भेड़ चाल. वेरी 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 गुड स्टूडेंट ऑफ माइन एंड ही यूज, आज सुबह ही बता रहा था that there are some students who will give you the rank, who will give you the results. They are what we call as our rankers. The rest of the students are all bankers. इन सब कमाते हैं, ये भेड़ चाल वाले हैं. कुछ पता नहीं है, सब चलेगा एक सब्जेक्ट पे, सब चलेगा एक टेस्ट सीरीज पे. बच्चे अगर 7 लाख बच्चे दे रहे हैं और 1000 क्वालिफाई कर रहे हैं, बाकी तो यही हुए ना. कम ऑन दिस साइड एंड फॉर दिस साइड थिंक, रैशनलाइज, अपना अक्ल लगाओ और किससे एडवाइस लेते हो वो इंपॉर्टेंट है. हु आर यू टॉकिंग टू? मोस्ट ऑफ यू विल एंड अप टॉकिंग टू पीपल आर फ्रस्ट्रेटेड ऑलरेडी. उनसे बात मत करो ना, वो फोकस करो. You have seen Telugu literature, philosophy, sociology, Kannada literature, chemistry, economy, all can give you ranks. ठीक है? Okay, I think we are done. Yes. Sit down, sit down. Okay. When attempt कब है? You have no choice. अगर 24 का अटेम्प्ट है, फिर इफ का क्वेश्चन ही नहीं है. यू आर लेट. स्टार्ट ऑफ. व्हाट हर्डल? यू हैव टू वर्क मोर. द प्रॉब्लम विथ सेल्फ स्टडी इज यू नॉट नो व्हाट टू कवर बाय व्हेन. वो पता है तो गो ऑन, बट यू हैव गॉट नो टाइम. इट्स लिटरली ब्रीदिंग डाउन योर नेक. 24 है तो डोंट वेट, जंप इन द क्लास इमीडिएटली इफ यू कैन. तो अभी से क्यों सोच रहे हो? वो तब देखा जाएगा ना. तो अभी से क्यों प्लान कर रहे हो? अगर मैं मर गया अगस्त में, तब क्या होगा? अभी से प्लान करूंगा क्या बैठ के? तो आई विल स्टडी लाइक आई वांट टू क्वालिफाई. ना वो देखा जाएगा. 24 इज डुएबल बट विल बी वेरी टाइट एंड गो फॉर 24. यस. व्हाट आई टीच इन L3, yes.
Memorize all the question answers and everything. Then what extra things we will do in advance?
कुछ आइडिया है? ज्योग्राफी कुछ आइडिया है? Any idea you have? Okay. What is cyclone? What are atmospheric rivers? कौन सा L1 है, कौन सा L3 है? ये सिलेबस में है, मैं क्यों पढ़ाऊंगा इसको? सिलेबस में नहीं है तो. सो योर कोर फाउंडेशन में आई फोकस ओनली ऑन द सिलेबस. बट दिस इज L1 क्वेश्चन. योर क्वेश्चन पेपर विल आस्क यू व्हाट आर हैलोवीन स्टॉर्म्स. ये कौन सा लेवल है? L3 है. अगर ये मैं यहां पढ़ाऊंगा, सिलेबस खत्म नहीं होगा. ये तो इंपॉर्टेंट, तो बेस है आपका. That's one. Number 2. There are 2 type of tests. One is your progress test. कि मैंने पढ़ाया है, आपको कितना याद है? I taught this to you. Can you recall this or not? Can you understand and tell me or not? ये progress test है. और एक होता है exam ready test. Exam level का क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे आपको. For simple comparison, imagine class 12th examination. Okay? Think of physics, think of chemistry, think of mathematics. यहां पर say you are 99% गए, मार्क्स सब आता है आपको, But with this knowledge, can you clear IIT? Why? Syllabus तो same है, फॉर्मूला भी सेम है. Why? ये अलग लेवल डिफिकल्टी लेवल से. सो विथ सिलेबस कंप्लीशन आपका ये हो जाता है, ये नहीं हो पाएगा. एंड 2018 ऑनवर्ड्स एग्जाम यहां शिफ्ट हो गया है. You got it now? So when I will teach this level to you, this must be in control first. ये हम समझा रहे थे कि अगर आपने ये पार्ट कंट्रोल नहीं किया ना, मेमोराइज, आंसर राइटिंग, L1 and L2 बेसिक बुक्स नहीं किया है, यहां आप बहुत परेशान हो जाओगे. It's like the race is slipping out of your hand. So all the tests I will have is to consolidate. ये क्लास कंसोलिडेट कर दिया मैंने, ये है एडिशनल वाला. This will require your different type of skills. बेटा ये ना कोई बताएगा नहीं आपको आउटसाइड. ट्रूथ यही है, यू कांट क्लियर विदाउट L3 लेवल. ठीक है. सो गेट आउट ऑफ द माइंडसेट कि आसान ऑप्शनल, आसान प्रोसेस, कुंजी पढ़ के निकाल लेंगे. यू कांट क्लियर. You need a mind to develop your own material, to study a book, okay, in a scientific method, not follow somebody else's method. ठीक है? Anybody else, any questions? Okay, thanks a lot for sitting through. अब तो 2 घंटा हो गया. ठीक है? Okay, my wishes to all of you. I hope I made some sense. The workshop was partly explaining things to you and also partly, okay, my marketing also. Okay, otherwise, okay, how do I survive? But I think we're honest here. हम जो बता रहे हैं आपको वही करते हैं. So feel free to walk in and check. Our marathon sessions are open sessions. You can walk in and check what we are doing. Talk to our students. हम क्या करते हैं, बच्चों से बात करो, वो झूठ बोलेंगे आपको. और अविनाश, you're welcome, no problem. ठीक है. Otherwise, call up our front desk. Somebody can share the number maybe if they can. Share कर दिया. Okay. So talk of front desk and you can book a session also with us. No problem. Okay. So all the best online students. My wishes to you. Okay. Hope to see you in the list finally. Class होता रहेगा. Bye all of you. Bye bye. नीतीश, spend some time with them जो क्लैरिफाई कराना है.